Now, when we play, how many defenders do we have on the field when we play?
Two.
Two defenders. Now, we say the defenders have to stay connected, right?
Yeah.
Right now, they're going to be connected with the goalkeeper, okay? So the goalkeeper is going to be in the middle of the two defenders, and the two defenders are going to come wide. So now we can play the ball to this side of the field, or we can play the ball to this side of the field, okay? Now, where does the other team have to start when our goalkeeper has the ball?
When the ball gets to the defender, like when the defender gets a touch on it.
Yeah, they have to start back at midfield, right? They can't come in front of that line first, okay? Now, how many midfielders do we have on our team?
Three.
Three midfielders. We have two wingers, okay? And we have one center midfielder, okay? Now, it's important for these players to start high up the field. A lot of times, these players want to come back like this, okay? But right now, if we start like that, then we pass the ball here, and these players then can come, and they can come attack us, okay, without us being in a dangerous position to get behind them, okay, to get into this area here.
Defender will have to dribble
It's
to
really
get around
important.
them.
It's very important for these players to start all the way up here, okay? Now, how many forwards do we have?
One.
We have one forward. It's very important for this forward not to start here or here, but to start up here, because that forward is going to be the player where we want to have a target, highest up the field, where we can pass it to that player high up the field, and not come back and get in the way of the midfielders. All right. So that player needs to be in front of the midfielders. Okay. Now, so our first pass from the goalkeeper is going to be to which players?
Defenders.
One of the two defenders, okay?
Yep.
It might go here, okay? Or it might go here. It's important for these players to be facing a direction, not staring straight at the ball, because now they can't see what's here. It's important for these players to be turned sideways and looking forward a little bit. And this player should be looking with their eyes, should be looking at this area right here. So if this player is looking with his eyes or her eyes right here, she can still see the ball here and can see the rest of the field here. Do you see how this is better than if she is standing like this, and then she can see here, doing a different color. And now she can see here and here. Okay? Which one is better?
Which is it?
The green?
The blue.
Or
Turquoise.
the red vision? Which one is better?
The green.
Blue.
Yes,
Turquoise
we want to
vision.
see the green or that blue. Kind of looks blue.
Turquoise.
It's important the way
Turquoise.
that you position yourself so that you can see as much of the field as possible. Okay, so that's exactly what we want that player to do. Now, as we play that ball inbounds, okay, and that player receives the ball, what is the other team going to do now? Now that we've received the ball?
They're going to
Down the field.
pressure.
Yes,
They're usually
they are
going
going
to
to
try and pressure.
They are going to put pressure on us really fast. Okay?
Can we get back to
So
dribbling?
now we have to decide what to do. Okay, so now this player has to make sure that she can see the field. Okay? And what do the midfielders need to do? our 3 midfielders need to get open to present targets so that they can be open for a pass, okay? So this midfielder is looking at this space on the line, okay? So he or she will probably have to move back down this way so that the ball can get past this player here, okay? If this player is here, right, then this midfielder is looking for, everybody say this with me, a pocket of space. A pocket of space. So do you see that big green circle?
Yeah.
That is a pocket of space in the middle of the field where the other team has left open, okay? So now we can play it into this pocket of space, and that's exactly where we want to get the ball so that we can turn, okay? And now look at these options that we have that we can look to play, that we can look to go to attack from, okay? We found that pocket of space. Now, what if the other team has this cut off, okay, and they have this pocket of space cut off, okay? Then what do we want to look at doing now? Instead of attacking forward, what do we want to look to attack? Where do we want to attack?
Backwards.
We want to attack the other side of the field. Okay, so how do we do that? Do we pass from one defender to the other defender? No. If we do that, this player can intercept and go score a goal. Okay, so instead of going from one defender to the other defender, where do we go? Who do we pass to first?
Goalkeeper?
Yes.
Goalie.
Yes, so the goalie needs to be active. She needs to be ready to receive the ball so that we pass the ball from here to here. Okay, and now we've got the ball where we want the ball. We've got space, and look at these players here. Now we need to move again. Hey, our goalkeeper might end up dribbling the ball forward. If she's covered and he's covered and he's covered, look, this goalkeeper might dribble the ball forward and find a pass.
The right midfielder.
Find a pass here, and now again we've got space. Now we can attack from there. Okay. More than likely, this goalkeeper is going to pass the ball from here to here, so that we can now attack the side here. Now the center midfielder is going to look for what?
Space. A pocket of space.
Yes, a pocket of space. That means that you're still going to have players around you, okay? You're not going to have a whole field of space, but you're going to be able to find a pocket of space with defenders in the middle of a few defenders, okay? So now we look to play it into here maybe. Now this player makes us run forward. Maybe we're going to play it out to this player here, okay? And now we can attack from there, okay, and play it into the forward or play it back for support as we move up the field. Okay, but we want to make sure that we keep possession of the ball so that we look to play it. If we can't play it forward on one side of the field, then what do we look to do?
Dribble.
Well, if we can't dribble forward on one side of the field, where do we look to play?
The other side.
We look to play the other side of the field. So we've got to be really smart players, okay? We've got to be very patient so that we can really see what everything around the field. Okay. Now. Sometimes as we play here, you know what I've seen some teams do in the past is sometimes they just say, okay, let's all run forward, because the other team, this team, the red team, they like to pass it and they like to they like to pass it even when the ball is close to their goal. And so they say, oh, we're going to pressure them. We're going to pressure them. And we're going to try to get the ball close to their goal. So we pass it back to our goalkeeper here. And they come forward. Now, what's wide open, guys?
The midfielder.
If we pass it past all of their players, they just gave us a great opportunity to score a goal. So when these black players, when they come at us, then they are just giving us an opportunity to play the ball right between those guys, or it might even go in the air right over those guys so that we can attack them and score a goal.